Good morning, Sunday morning for me. I don't know what it is for you. Happy to be here. Welcome back to another Beattober live stream, live again on a Sunday. I hope you're all doing well this weekend. Hope the weekend has provided a bit of a respite from the hustle and bustle of the Beattober festivities, you know? But it's so great to be here with you all. Where's everybody tuning in from this morning? Peter, good afternoon from Germany, nearby Rudolfsheim. Sorry if I didn't say that correctly. AOT, just cleaned the house, spent last night doing word ladders, making music, and now watching football. We love that. Jacob says Saturday was the busiest when it comes to Beattober. Finally, a song with vocals. Yes, that is definitely a challenging undertaking for sure. Whoa, we're kicking things off with a donation because we're raising money all month long. Yarn Chic, who you all might know as my mom, has donated $50. Check that out. And you know what she made for this Beattober, which we'll have available soon and which will also be available as prizes? These crochet hearts. We love that. That's right, because Beattober is all about giving back to the community, but also having the community come together for a great cause. We're raising money all month long for the Music and Youth Initiative, an amazing nonprofit that gets kids access to music technology for free. They can go walk in, learn studio stuff, learn to produce music, learn to make their own music, that sort of thing. Highly, highly valuable experience for them, which is really amazing. Didn't exist when I was a kid. Beta Run says, for the kids, indeed. Dungeon Master says, I have 2 crocheted monsters from Beattober. They truly are a Beattober sort of collectible item, as is the merch. TAETRO-shop.com. All the proceeds go to the Music and Youth Initiative. So if you haven't picked up any merch, check out the notebooks are my favorite. Of course, you can get yourself a hoodie or a t-shirt, but the notebooks are my favorite because we've got these sort of vintage comic book vibe going. And then we've got a sticker sheet as well if you want to sticker up your gear. I think it's pretty dope. Today's stream is going to be brought to you by Lander. Thank you for sponsoring today's stream. They've been a supporter pretty much every Beattober that we've had over the past few years. So shout out to Lander. We're going to be working with Lander Sampler today. I don't know if anybody has any experience with Lander Sampler, but it's a pretty cool way of accessing and working with your samples. So I'm excited to show that off today. Ollie says, happy to join the stream. I'm waking up early to be able to do it. Beattober is really awesome. So if I have more time, I always record vocals to it. We love to hear that. Barista B's receiving the Beattober merch this week. We love to hear it. OGP says, thanks, Ma. Yeah, exactly. We got Olms tuning in from Bordeaux, France. Thanks for being here. Jacob, I'm glad you could be on the stream. Yeah, I'm trying to spread out the stream times between the Thursday streams and the Sunday streams. And look at that. My dad with a $50 dono. We're coming in strong here today, folks. Big, huge round of applause for the donos coming in. We're at $9.50 now. Almost at our first 1,000. Setting the bar high today. If anybody wants to help us in, you can chip in. It doesn't have to be a big dono like that, $50. It can be $2. It can be $5. It can be $10. It all goes to helping the kids. So if you want to throw something in, just know that if you're here on the stream, you are always going to be eligible for a quick giveaway. In fact, I want to do the giveaway early today because you all tuned in on time. We got to do an on-time giveaway award here. So let me give away something really quick for all the folks that are already here. I want to give away Space Replicator by Lewitt, which is a really amazing mixing plugin. Here, let me find a page for you. Space Replicator by Lewitt. This is a great plugin that you can use to check your mixes across a number of different listening environments, which I think is really cool. So instead of having to go out to the car to car test your music, you can just throw on the car preset. You tell it what headphones you're listening on, and then you can listen to it across all the different studio environments. So let's give that away quickly while all the on-time people are here. So if you're here in chat, go ahead and spam the chat with headphone emojis for mixing, headphone music production related emojis. I don't know. What do they have? Start spamming the chat. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute. 1 minute timer is going on the clock right now. Spam your headphones. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, here we go. Set that timer. All right, as the timer ticks down, let me show you real quick. I showed this on Thursday, but this was a trip that I took to one of the music clubhouses. This is the cause that we're all donating to, the Music and Youth Initiative. They've got a really amazing studio with several different workstations, including a podcast production studio, which is a great gateway to get kids to learn audio production in general. They have all these different music making stations that run Logic. They have iPads as well, MIDI controllers, speakers, and this clubhouse is actually situated in a mall, which I think is pretty cool. VR piano stations, if you can believe that. Learning piano via VR. And of course, the most important thing is they get access to instructors that can teach them how to run all this equipment. It really, beyond just the young people perhaps pursuing a goal in or a career in music, they end up developing skills like goal setting. Like they can learn how to have a goal, set their mind to it, and follow through and accomplish it, and take on a challenge of, some kind of form of production. So all month long, we're raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. If you can skip your Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts coffee one day this week and drop your $2, $5, or $10 donation right here on the chat, or at beattober.com if you want to find our PayPal link. It's for a great cause. We're $50 away from our first 1,000. All right, it seems the spamming has gone. Let's give away Space Replicator by Lewitt in 3, 2, 1. TI-80 Mark is a winner. TI-80 Mark, are you in chat? Hello? TI-80 Mark is the winner. Send me a text in chat. Say, hey, I'm here. We got more giveaways where that came from. We're going to do more giveaways throughout the stream. So that's one reason to stick around. All right, shoot me a message on Instagram, TI-80 Mark. You know the drill. Just say Space Replicator, and I'll send over your license by tomorrow, probably. More giveaways where that came from. In fact, we're going to be giving away Lander Sampler later in today's stream. So stay tuned for that. Whoa, Arnie jumped in with a dono. Here we go. 20 euros, I believe. 20 euro donation by Arnie for the Music and Youth Initiative. We love to see it. That's getting us closer to hitting the $1,000 mark. I wonder if we can hit the $1,000 mark today. That would be really, really amazing. We're so close. We're at 973. That's like 5 people donating $5, basically. If 5 people donate $5, we'll get there. So your contributions can do a great part. Focus on our future. That's right. I mean, young people need some kind of outlet, right? I think a lot of people are familiar with sports as a great outlet for kids. They get to play on a team. There's lots of skills that come with playing sports other than just the sports playing. But in the arts, it can be increasingly difficult to find ways and programs that do that. Otherwise, you get funneled into like a classical music program. You have to take like classical piano lessons or something. And in the world of music technology, it's hard to find programs that really support this kind of thing. But Music and Youth has always had a big focus on music technology, so that's why we've supported them over the years. I think it's really amazing. I'm donating on the 25th because the OD said no. I don't know. Who's the OD? How dare they? Anthony said, peep the PayPal dono link. Let's check it out. 2831 from Anthony. Big round of applause, rounding us up. Oh, I see. That was what so the fees aren't going to count. The fees are going to be covered. $27 rounded us up. Thank you so much, Anthony. The fees are going to be covered anyway. We got the sponsors in here, so we're able to cover the PayPal fees. PayPal fees are like kind of crazy these days anyway. Oh, the overdraft. Yes, nobody should donate unless they are, in good financial standing themselves, you covered the fees. Thank you, Anthony. Perfect. Yeah, it was just that initial notification. Much appreciated. We love to hear it. We're kicking things off great. Looks like we hit the 1,000, but Anthony, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody about that PayPal donation. We'll see if we can still incentivize people to get this YouTube donation number rounded up. It's a big driver for folks. Don't tell anybody. But thank you. Thanks everybody who chipped in today. It was great. It's a great way to kick off the stream. We got this. Owen said, what grid controller is that on top of your Mini Freak? It's the Poly and Play Plus, which we were using the other night. Just kind of moved it over here. And this, what MIDI controller is this, chat? It's a sweet potato. For breakfast, which I didn't finish. Had to jump right into the stream. As usual, y'all, if you have questions, comments, concerns throughout the stream, let us know. We'll try to answer them as best we can. Look out for a giveaway at the middle of the stream. At the end of today's stream, after we finish this kind of like production segment, I will be listening to your Beattober beats from the Discord server. So looking forward to that. OGV says their active minds are already plugged in by us donating. It encourages them to keep going and going and going. Exactly. Complex carbs and complex sample libraries and complex warp algorithms. Right? Right. All right. I don't know what we're going to make today, but I'll play you this little jam that I made. When did I make this? Yesterday? I don't know what this is. A little elevator kind of track. Too quiet. I got you. It is kind of a quiet track in general. Kind of like just a really weird track. Hey, yo, Beta Run with the $20 dono. The $20 dono. Big round of applause. Thank you so much, Beta Run, for that donation. Juiced it. It's funky. Yeah, it's funky. But so I would basically never make this kind of music. I don't know how this came about. I do have this idea for a some kind of like halftime drums. With it. All right, you're all saying it's sounding quiet. I'm going to boost it up a little bit, but let me know if things get loud later. I can bring it back down. I don't want any clipping. Save changes. Okay, let's start from scratch here. A lot of space for 808 in that for the bass. Yes, I agree. But I want to start fresh anyway. That was just like a little weird experiment. Let's go ahead and open up the Lander Sampler. How many of y'all are familiar with Lander Sampler? You might have heard of Lander Samples, which is like a sample library where you can get a bunch of samples. But Lander Sampler is something different. So you can see right away we got a sample here. And we also have a keyboard loaded at the bottom, which I can utilize. Bet it's too loud now, right? You let me know. Lower my headphones while I'm at it. It's just that project that was too loud. All right, so what's the point of this? Got my keyboard here, and what it has done is loaded a bunch of samples from my sample library randomly onto the keyboard. These could be loops. They could be one-shots. They're also stretched to be in time with my DAW's tempo. So I think it's a pretty cool way to discover samples in your sample library. For instance, I don't even know what this sample is. But I like it. We also have ways that we can edit the sample. Obviously, we can like crop the sample, start and end. We have attack, decay, sustain, release. Let's bring up the release time. We can add effects, but remember, all at the bottom here, we have different random samples. Let's switch this to chromatic mode now that we've got this sample selected. So just a quick way to be able to play this sample chromatically. And now also, there's a chop mode, which we could create chops of this sample if we wanted to. But I think I would rather play it chromatically. And we can add a little bit of effects to this. So let's add a bit of chorus to widen it. And there's more to it. We've also got a sequencer in here, but I also want to just work on this sample for a moment. What do we think of this? Too washed out? Yes, y'all are right. I think y'all have some experience with this one. I believe you can bring in entire folders, your sound library, and it essentially randomizes sounds per key. It's so cool. Yes, that's true. You tell it where your samples are, it'll find everything. Same with sounds and libraries from NI, etc. Yeah, it can find any of the sounds in your library. But then the cool part is, I'm gonna take that crush off. Oh, I think I messed something up. Here, let me change my preferences. What happened? There we go. So, there's a couple things that we can do now. We could just pull this out, or what I like to do is just record a simple loop. Probably lower the tempo. To start, three, four. Oh, I lost sense of the downbeat there. Let's try that again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just an overall weird sound. So now that I've got that as a clip in Ableton Live, what I like to do, or what I think is a good idea, is to just duplicate that and bounce the track in place. Yo, what's up, Krios? Good morning. Nice to see you. Prashant, thank you for your questions about a DAW that we're not working with today, but let's kind of focus on the topic at hand. Please don't spam the chat with things that we're not currently focused on. All right, so now I've got this sample entirely new. So that is one thing that I like about working with Lander Sampler, is that you've got all these samples in your library, but this is a quicker way of like, of course you could take any sample from your library and drop it into your DAW and manipulate it with effects, but we were able to really quickly do that with Lander Sampler. So now I'm going to go back to Lander Sampler here. Let's go back to this chromatic mode. Let's find another sampler. A sample. Well, since you all were asking about like the mechanics of how it works, let's go to advanced filters. So you can see here that you can search specifically for something, like you can type something in. Let's see what happens if I type in ambient. And then you can search by loops or one shots, drums, non-drum, tonal, or other. And then you can search specific locations, or else it'll just search your entire library. So I've hit load samples here, and now it's kind of refreshed what's on the keyboard. Some birds. Interesting. So we got some field recordings when I searched ambient, and then it seems like a lot of washy, reverbed out guitars. Ooh. Kat says, does it search your sample library or the Lander samples library? It searches your entire samples library. So this is this folder here is my sample packs library. It has literally everything. So whatever folder you set it to. Yep. Oh, you removed your chat. Yes, the birds. The birds. What's up, Daniel? Thanks for joining us. A couple new people just jumping in. What's up, Milo? Thanks for being here. Vadim, thanks for being here. Creo says Lander is cool. I agree. And what's up, Awkwardly Gothy? Thanks, everybody, for jumping in. I do really like this bass sound. Wait. I gotta select it. Let's make that chromatic. It almost goes, right? Also, how's the DAW volume now? Are we good? I could possibly give you some more. I feel like the bass is almost out of key. All right, so we got another bass instrument. The next thing we're going to do is use the sequencer, but let me just lay down this 2. Ready, go. This bass line. So again, I'm just going to duplicate that and then bounce that track in place. So now we have that bass loop. From samples to loops really, really fast. All right, next, go here. Let's search specifically for drums. I accidentally just hit load sample. So we're still in the... I think we're still... We got some good sounds here. All right, so here's what we can do. I've got these 2 kicks. Let's use the sequencer here. And let's sync it. And we've got different layers of sequencer here. Boom, boom. Bum, bum, bum. Jason, what does bounce in place mean? It means that we're essentially just any effects or any sounds that are on that track get printed to audio. Just like the audio gets frozen and flattened right there. It kind of replaces freeze and flatten in Ableton Live, if you know what that is. Dong dong ka. Bom bom bom. Let's see what else is here. I love that little water sample there. We are making something weird and abstract today. Okay, so now just to show, I can go back over to the effects page and I have the main effects and the mix effects, but I can also add effects just to this sound. Let's change this to a high pass. Change the velocity here of this hit. And we could do some generative stuff. I'm not going to quite do that yet. All right, so let's go to layer 4 and let's find another hit. So I really like this sequencer because what I'm going to show you next, I think we are still searching by ambient samples. I forgot about that. Little snap. Ooh. All right, that's not exactly what we're using, but we could just pull that sample out if we wanted to. Maybe we just hang with this for now. Let's hit play. Okay. Now the cool part is, let me actually prepare for what I'm about to do by making a couple audio tracks. Thank you. So bounce in place is a setting it repeat and not changed by anything you are doing on top. I'm not sure if I understand that question, but here's what you can imagine. Let me quickly demonstrate that for you so you understand what bounce in place means. I can do that by grabbing this snap sample, and we can just pull this sample out, and I'm going to drop it into this audio track. Now this sample has no effects on it, right? Let's just solo it. It's just the snap. But if I go to my audio effects and I add reverb to it, the audio of the snap isn't changed, but now this sound has a bunch of reverb on it. Let's set it to loop. Let's not set it to loop, actually. That'll be really annoying. All right, so I put a bunch of reverb on this snap, clap. Nothing has changed, right? Nothing has changed about the audio, but there's reverb on it. When I bounce this track in place, I am printing that reverb onto the audio. So you can see the reverb effect is gone, but our actual sound file has changed. So that reverb is printed onto the clap. Make sense? That reverb sound is now permanently on that clap. I hope that makes sense. All right, I am just going to make a bunch of audio tracks for what we're about to do. Because what I'm going to do now is export this loop out. I kind of like how this is turning out a little weird. So we go back to the sequencer. The sequencer has a few different layers. Each of these different sounds is on its own layer. We didn't put anything on layer 4, and I feel kind of bad about that. Let me grab that little snap there. Dun cut. Turn this into a one shot, basically. That's fine. Add a little reverb to that as well. Ooh. Okay, back to the sequencer. Let's put that here. Let's hear this. Oh, I messed something up. I changed this sample. That's not what I wanted to do. Where did that kick go? Oh no, chat. Who remembers? Where's the kick? I messed up. Kick, I know you're somewhere. I could be using my keyboard, my actual keyboard. How did we lose the kick? I thought it was around here somewhere. I made a fatal error. There it is. It's on F. Whew, that was a close one. Bum bum boom. Ga. Ga. Okay. Now before I mess anything else up, we can export the sequence. So let's make sure I do this right. We can do 4 bars of audio and we can mix everything. We can do the wet version or the dry version with or without effects. Let's do the wet version and let's do separate parts. I think I'm doing this correctly. Let's drag it out. So now we should have, pause. No, I did it wrong. I did something wrong. Here, let's do a mix. Let's see if this mix is going to work. Dry. What have I done? Oh, I'm exporting just the one shot. And unmute my track. I might just do the bounce in place again. Sync that. Yeah, that's export part. I want to export this full sequence. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, Wizlow? Nice to see you in chat. Dungeon Master, thank you for hanging out today. Hope you're doing well. All right. I'm feeling generally good about this. I'm thinking about bouncing this in place so we don't lose it. Oops, I didn't actually record anything, so I don't know what we bounced in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get it now. I get it now. Bars for audio. Let's just do 1 bar. Let's do separate part 1, dry, wet tail, drag it out. And that's just that one shot for some reason. Okay, we'll just do a good old-fashioned resampling from track 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just for a couple bars. All right, we got that loop now. Let's get the bass back in. All right, what can we add to this? George Hertz, thanks for being here. The track is sounding so ethereal. I like it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Folks, don't forget, all month long we are raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. You'll find a donate button right below this stream, or you can go to beattober.com and find a donate button for PayPal if it's not available. Currently, the YouTube fundraiser is at $993. That's one $7 donation away from being at $1,000. It's for the kids. It's for getting kids access to music technology. And places where they can learn how to produce music and make their own music, which is a really amazing thing for young people. All right, let's delete this. Did we clear everything? Let's clear the part. And then they have a dedicated lane there as well for kicks as well. And Ayote puts us over the edge with the $7 dono to round up to 1,000. Thank you so much, Ayote. Much appreciated. All right, let's do another search. What should we search for? Like some kind of pluck something? 375 results found. So then we hit load sample, and then we get each of these plucks. I could have tried to search by one shot. What is this creepy? I'm kind of looking for something that we can turn into a one-shot instrument. Let's get out of this search page. Oop, let's go back to this mode. What is this? Violin pluck. Let's get rid of that little second hit. James K with $10 for the kids. Thank you so much to James K. The donos keep coming in. We're above 1,000 now. We love to hear that. Thank you so much, James. All right, let's add some effects here. A little bit of delay. I think we can get this one to work. Whoa. Everything's just a little off key today. I'm going to choose a different sample, even though I think there's something there with that texture. I want to find something different. Or we could try tuning it a little bit. I just don't like, if something's not going to work, I don't like spending too much time on it, you know? I don't know how y'all's workflow has changed. If it's your first time doing Beattober, if you've done Beattober before. It kind of like forces you to stick to like work on your instincts, and then like if a good idea is happening, you move forward. If a bad idea is not happening, you also move forward. You just trash it and keep moving. There we go, a few cents up, and we seem to be a little more in key. So a lot of people usually comment on the streams like, oh, you work so fast, you work so fast, because you don't sit there and dwell on a bad idea. You just kind of keep moving. I don't like that chorusy sound. I think it's good, but it's just not quite gelling. You know what I mean? Let me know if you agree, chat. Oh, what is that? That's a creepy enough sound, I think. Pause. The computer's overheating, maybe. What's happening? What's happening? This usually doesn't happen. We've only got one instance of this plugin running, so I don't think it's the plugin. Just do a little reset. Boom. Boom. Apollicus, thank you for joining us today. Welcome, welcome, my friend. This fits right in with the ethereal nature of it. Here we go. Let's bounce it. Bounce it. I thought so too, Mark. I thought so. The little plucky sound adds so much to this beat. Very subtle game changer right there. Ah, yeah, I know. I just couldn't make it fit. It's a shame you're not on the push where you could slide. I could slide with the pitch bend on the launch key, but push would have been a good choice because I would have had the 64 pads. Easy to access all those samples, you know? Water level, for sure. 2 fathoms under the sea. I can't even fathom it. All right, I think it's time to look for some vocals. What are we thinking of Lander Sampler so far? Pretty handy tool, right? Just a different approach to working with your sample library, which I'm always open towards as somebody who uses a lot of samples. 1,000 results found. That seems surprisingly low. Huh. That's so crazy. It's the first, literally the first random sample that came up. Here, let's switch to a high pass filter as well. dial in these effects. What do you think? Is it too washed out? I also play it with pretty low velocity. Here, let's just put that at full velocity. Yeah, make it more prominent. So maybe it doesn't involve just volume. We could just pull back. Let's not do that. A little crush on top. All right. Really useful workflow. Gonna look into it. Love to hear that. All right, so we're feeling. So why don't we, in this case, why don't we give away some Lander sampler right now, right here, since y'all have been sticking around through this process. Lander sampler. Shall we do a giveaway, or you guys are like, nah, no thanks, we don't need a giveaway? Is that the vibe? Let's do a giveaway. You can find out more about the Lander Sampler plugin on the link in the description. TI-80 Mark, you're banned from winning this giveaway. I apologize. Tom, you're also banned. Tom already has it. All right, since the word Lander reminds me of a spaceship, let's spam spaceship-related emojis. Me, sir. I need it, sir. Well, it'll be chosen randomly. So let's put the 1 minute timer on. Boom, 1 minute timer is on the screen. You have 60 seconds to spam your space-related emojis, like a lunar lander. That's my thought. Thanks once again to Lander for sponsoring today's stream, being a big supporter of Beattober. They do lots of things. They make plugins, they make sample packs, they have their own sort of sample platform, mastering, collaboration tools, all that sort of thing. We're focusing on Lander Sampler today, which I think is their finest tool yet. Just a fun way of working with samplers. So, with samples, I should say. So if you want to win yourself Lander Sampler, spam those space-related emojis. You've got 20 seconds. And a quick reminder that we are all month raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative, a really great nonprofit organization that helps bring music technology to young people, gives them spaces that they can access for free to learn all about music production, get the computers, get the DAW, get the gear that they need to learn all about that stuff. So that's what we're raising money for all month long. $2, $5, or $10 goes a long way. Donate button down below the stream or PayPal link at beattober.com. Let's choose a winner for Lander Sampler. Audio Defect Wave, are you in the chat? I see you. You're in the chat. Congrats to Audio Defect Wave. If you didn't win this time around, don't worry, because we're going to do one more giveaway at the end of today's stream. Audio Defect Wave, can you just say, hi, yes, I won? And then can you just confirm what your Instagram handle is? Send me a message on Instagram and say, I won Lander Sampler. Just let me know in chat what your Instagram handle is. Okay, good. I'll look out for your DM. So DM me and say, hey, I won Lander Sampler. Even better if you can go ahead and make an account with Lander, a free account, sign up with an email, and in your DM, just tell me what email you used to sign up. That'll help me get you your prize fastest. Congrats to Audio Defect Wave. Okay, we'll do one more giveaway at the end here. I don't know what this is, chat. We have made all sorts of things on these streams. I feel like every stream is like a different, radically different genre. I don't know what you would call this. I don't know what could come next. Let's just add a quick backbeat really quick. Bounce track in place. So I'll show one other quick way of using Lander Sampler. And I'm going to make a MIDI track now. And I'm going to put a drum rack here. Drums. Drum rack. Boom. Go to the Lander Sampler. Boom. Bring it up. Let's look for one shots and let's find kicks. So now I'm literally just going to search kick one shots. Definitely should not be long. Let's look for short kick one shots. Sub bass or an ARP. Yeah, I want to get the backbeat on here first. So what I like about this method of searching through your sample library is I just searched kick, right? Now, instead of just listening to like kicks, preview, I have them on my keyboard now. They're just here. So I can play this back. So I can search for one that I think is best, which I really like that one. And then if I want to load it up in my drum rack, all I have to do is shift and click and drag and put it in the drum rack. So it's just like a way faster way of previewing kicks where you can actually play them. Boom, boom. Good question. Jacob says, can you just pay once for Lander Sampler, or is it only a subscription option? You can pay just once for Lander Sampler. They also had, Lander does have their subscription offering, which has a bunch of things in it, but you don't need that to get Lander Sampler. So let's do the same thing for snares here real quick. Another good thing about this too is that since it's searching your entire sample library, you're not stuck in like one ecosystem, you know? I kind of like that. We need something brighter to anchor the rest of the sound, I think. Let's drag that in to the drum rack. See if we can find one more. Quick snap in there. All right, keep on going, keep on going. Let's do some hi-hats next. Does the sampler have a visualization of the different frequencies that are across your library? No, I'm not sure what that is. What you mean? Jacob, the samples that we're using are samples that are just on my computer. They're not connected to Lander Sampler at all. Lander Sampler is just like an aggregate for all of your samples. It's not a sample library itself. It just takes your sample library and lets you work with it in this way. What happened? What did I do? Here we go. Let's get the hats. All the different hats. How many do we need? That'll work. Drag that in. I think we'll need at least 2 hats, right? That's kind of similar to the sound that we have, I think, right? This bass, where's the bass? It's just a little flat, right? Am I crazy? All right, I'm gonna try something a little odd. Let's see what this sounds like a little faster. It's something, I don't know exactly what groove I would want with this ethereal, with this. I think we need not that snare. I know I thought that snare was the wave at first, but all right. Real quick, go here, add some effects to that. Oh, that's still the dry. All right, we can work with that anyway. Last. That's pretty ethereal. Loop, please. Oops. Such a short loop. It's just funny. Get some sidechain on here. Boom. I don't know how we ended up here. We need that etherealness back. This little weirdness. If you take away that main sample, I don't know. It's something. I think it turned out pretty cool. This main sample is pretty dense, right? If we use only the high end from it, all right. It's just weird. I don't know. Not every day of Beattober can be a hit, I guess. But I kind of enjoyed the weird, spooky vibe of it, right? All right. Let's progress on with our stream. As you all know, every Beattober stream, we are listening to your music, your Beattober beats. Let me find the proper channel. You can go ahead and post in the stream beat review channel now. Go for it. Jacob is first. I didn't give you all that much warning. We will do another giveaway Lander sampler at the end, but this was a lot of fun. I'm going to come back to this beat, I think. The daily beat videos are coming in. I love checking the daily beat videos, by the way. Y'all are holding steady. Let me save this beat. What is the date today? Today is the 12th. And by the way, if you have been making beats every single day for the first 7 days, if you made beats every day for the first 7 days of Beattober and you were posting them, make sure you go check out the Ways to Win page at beattober.com so that you have filled out the form so that you could potentially win a great pair of headphones. If you haven't checked that out yet, if you haven't filled that out, I'm going to be choosing the winner soon. I just want to make sure enough people had remembered to fill out the form. We are coming up on the 15-day milestone. Now, with the 15-day milestone, you don't necessarily have to have made beats every day for the first 15 days of Beattober. It's just 15 beats over the course of Beattober. So that's something to keep in mind, that you have all Beattober long to hit that milestone. So some of you might be making like two beats a week rather than a beat every single day. That kind of thing. I want to be inclusive of those folks. Yeah, maybe I'll come back to it in another like longer stream towards the end. What's wrong, Juan? Are you sick? Juan, are you okay? All right, let's keep going. Let's listen to your music. Beats from the community. If you see somebody's video today and you're like, hey, I kind of like that, make sure to go give them a follow, give them a like, give them some support. We're going to be checking out at least the first minute of everybody's video. So if you have longer entries, we won't be able to listen to the whole thing. Just a heads up. All right, let's get into it. Come on, Instagram. This is so fun. Nice. That's very good. Jacob's got tons of bangers on his page. You should definitely go give him a follow. And also don't forget that there is a Beattober award for best original song with lyrics. So if some of y'all are lyricists and do want to participate in that, or if you want to just try it for the first time, write a song, sing with lyrics, boom, you're good to go. Let's go, George. It's like I'm floating through the galaxy, George. Da-da-dum. Oh, nice. I would like to hear more when those drums come in. That was pretty good. Very cool, very cool. SM Darwin is up next. We said this on Thursday, but there are a lot of Ableton Move users out there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I love this little group. Oh, nice bass. Good sound selection. Oh, nice. Nice job, SM Darwin. Great work. Perfect nighttime vibes. All right, Connor, what do we got going on the tracker? Always something crazy and cool. Okay. Pink Panthers remix? So bouncy. I love it. Awesome. Connor, great work. As usual. Barista Beats says, I found producing quickly for Beattober vids upped my mixing game. I think it'll definitely do that because you end up not overthinking it. You reduce your track to like its core components, like, you know, lows, mids, and highs in mixing terms, and you address the immediate concerns like quickly. If you have a month to mix a track, you're going to agonize over that mix. If you only have a day to like finish this beat, you're going to do the best that you can in that day, but you're also going to like be very targeted about how you address your mixing concerns. Subscribe, like, the blood moon.
Whispers crawl across the midnight air. Crimson fog dissolves beneath the trees. Secrets carried on the breeze. Windows watching as a broken stone. Every corner hums a darker tone. Breathless voices linger, pale and thin. Call me out, invite me in. Shadows in
Nice.
the lantern light. Call me out into the night. Cold hands reaching graveyard sky. Dance with me until we die.
Na 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 na. What a beautifully like composed section that was, with the synth solo and the strings and everything. Great work, AOD, on that. Your songs are so fully formed this year. They're like very well arranged. All the parts are great. Nice job. She's spooky. Where do we find all this spooky stock footage? Great work, Awkwardly Gothy. You're gonna have like an album's worth of stuff, or at least like you'll have a selection of songs that will be definitely worthwhile in producing for an album. The barista in the house. What app is that? Is it Koala with like an overlay? Huh, that vibrato. What's up, Tiffany Anthony? Thanks for being here. That. Brace of Bees, nice little setup you have here. I like that this keyboard is supporting the other gear very well. You get the, what is this? This is SX, just leaning on the keys. I like that. Jake Cully with another guitar track. Here we go. I love it. I love how heavy it is. Jacob and Jake should collab. I think that would be a good idea. Jacob and Jake. Jacob on the vocals. That would be dope. You guys have similar styles. Very cool, very cool. T. Peters, we've been live for about an hour, 20 minutes. Where have you been? Sleeping in? Let's keep it going. We have AOD and AOT. Oh. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, come on. Yes. I can already hear a bass line to go with this. That's the next thing we need. Yes, I think it's a bop, Anthony. I do think it's a bop. That's a fun little funky jam. As Connor said, fresh and funky. Great job. Just also take note of like Beethoven on certain days can just be a little funky jam. It doesn't have to be a fully composed orchestra piece. You know what I'm saying?
Lights, 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 candle, even more lights.
This is funny.
Cozy blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Tea, drums. Let's add some guitar. Part.
Nice. Wow, that's guitar sounds
Now
great.
Listen to the whole song.
Hey, I was calling. I hope you're doing okay. Please answer as soon as you can.
Wow. So many great songs today. left me wanting more, which I think is a good thing. Good job, Ollie. I like this video format. The kind of calm narration, the humor, and then it leads into like a really decent song. Nicely done. A lot of variety today, as usual. I think we always have a lot of variety. Beautiful nature shots. Everybody has some beautiful nature near them, it seems. Very cool. The desert can be beautiful as well, awkwardly gothy. Cool. I like those bells for sure. Audio defect wave. Well done. Oh. All right, let's keep it going. Little Lego man. To me, this is like desert rock. Wow, wow. Get a lot of mileage out of the dig attack, eh, TI-80 Mark? Nice. Very, very, very cool. Kaza is up next. Kaz. Breezy Beat says, this community is such an awesome way to bring us closer to the sights, sounds, and culture we live and breathe every day. We need more of this in what seems to be a broken political climate. I know exactly what you're talking about, Barista Beats. It's part of the reason that I like doing this as a visual challenge. Now, people cannot stop asking me, oh, I want to do Beattober, but do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? You don't have to do anything. You can just like make beats on your own, make beats every day, take on the challenge. The reason that I funnel this into being both a musical challenge and a video challenge is for that reason that you just talked about, Barista Beats. It's like when you have to shoot a video, we get a little sense of another layer of everybody's creativity. We can see the actual humans behind the music. Usually we can see parts of their environment. We can see, their general tastes. It's just a better means of connection, in my opinion, rather than just a random waveform and some sounds. I think it's something different than just everybody just posting music to SoundCloud. Frog is chillin'. Not a bad idea, Jacob. Not a bad idea. Oh, nice. Yeah, I really like the bells and the chord progression there. Cool stuff. Kaz. Owen Dream is up next. Oh, an Odyssey? I don't know why I said Oh and Dream. That bit crushing. Nice. Yeah, I really love the slow attack chords, and the bit crushing sounds great. Nice and warm. Good work, Owen. I saw G ask, how do you choose what beats to hear? I'm pulling these beats from our Discord server. You can join the Discord server at beattober.com. There's a link at the bottom of that page where you can join the Discord server. Get in on that action. We have a stream beat review channel where everybody posts. Your hands are moving too fast, Beta Run. Every time I see your videos, I feel like I gotta break out my rolly blocks. All will be revealed soon enough. I think a summer event is not a bad idea. I did a boot camp with melodics during the summer, and that was pretty successful. So, I'll consider. Da 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 da. Nice little ghost. Oh, that flute is so cool. Awesome, Betaron. Very detective Pink Panther-esque kind of vibes. All right, Accent Noir is up next. All right, use the new vocal instrument. I should let everybody know about that, by the way. So I dropped a video this week. If you didn't see it, go watch it. It was on Friday, actually, where I recorded my voice in a tunnel and I made like a multi-sample instrument out of it. Go watch the video, but there on that video, there's a link. You can download the free sample instrument. So that's what I think Accent Noir is using here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Where is this, by the way? Like Macau or something? Very cool. Thank you, Accent Noir, for that. Oh, it's just stock footage. Okay. Mediana up next on the cello. Always epic. If there were a cello award, I think Mediana would win. Oh, so great. There's a lot of beats that are leaving me wanting more. Mediana, I think the cello is cheating. I think actually, if you can play the cello, you're cheating. That's what I think. Case closed. Dream Slide. Look at that studio. Drums are sounding fantastic too. Awesome. Really high quality tunes. Smooth R&B vibe. I don't know what's everybody's plans for after Beattober. Like, what do you plan to do with these little demos? Anybody got a plan? Or we're not sure. We'll figure it out in November. That's okay too. Luana, what are we cooking today? Little folkish with the synth on top. Bum 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 bum. I could hear this track in like a very like happy-go-lucky commercial or something like that, or movie. Oh, those da 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 da. More of that. Great textures and layers. I mean, the finger-picking guitar makes this track for sure. Well done, Luana. Very, very, very cool. What's going on? Everybody's doing such a good job today. Sunday's a good day. Meanwhile, Neil's over here, about to crush it. Boom, 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 boom. Spotted. Nice. Always staring at the camera at the end. Fantastic as usual, Niels. All right, what's Creos got for us today? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, okay. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, it got crunchy at the end there. I was really feeling that. The dirty energy from Creos, as usual. And then right to the club with Raw Red Noise. Creo says it needs a drop. Yeah. Don't we all? Nicely done. Oh. It's like whiplash with all these genres. I don't know where I am, but it's good. I don't know where I am or where I'm going. Don't forget, folks, give a follow to the artists that you hear today. Support each other in the comments. Cheer each other on. It's a nice community we have here. Okay. Whoa. That was so funny. Like, I didn't expect it to take that heavy guitar direction, but it's so cool. Very well done, Jimmy. It's going crazy. All the styles today. I think out of all the Beatobers, folks are churning out like the highest level work this Beattober, for sure. Oh, I expected more after that. Wait, is it keep going or did it restart? You gotta take the sticker off. Yeah, nicely done, Zeus. Very creative. That little chromatic thing. Da-da-da, da-da. I like that a lot. All right, yet another person who's putting in the work this Beattober. T. Peters, let's hear what you got for us today.
Terrified of you, so how do we get this comfortable? Messages I ain't sent, yeah. Believe that I was untouchable. Could have been a vagabond, could have been a preacher. Would have been alone if I never saw your feature. If I lie what I see, I'ma get it, I'ma keep it. If I lie what I see, I'ma see it till the ether. I wanna see you shine and be somebody you can find. How do we get this intimate? Lipstick smelling of cinnamon. I wanna see you shine. Cause I might be your biggest fan, it's likely. Can't deny it. If it's never be you, I'm irrational. Down bad and impractical. And if you go international, I'll travel across. Nice.
T. Peters. Great work. I think it's going to be stiff competition for the original song category this month. It's kind of crazy. Good job, T. Peters. As usual. I mean, you're pumping out the great work across Beattober, so. Setting a bar for sure. I think that's another great part of the streams where we can see everybody else's work. You can it's a little motivating to see your peers like working on different stuff, right? Even if you don't make the same genre or same style, you can be like, oh, they're doing that. I could probably do a little something else too. Where do we get these knob covers for the OP1 field, Dustin? Ooh, I really like these little drums here. Jacob, thanks for hanging out. Glad you could make it to the stream today. Nice work, Dustin. Nice work. Dustin, you use a lot of little machines. You use like Koala and Launchpads. You got OP1, what is that other one called? OPZ? I wonder like what's your current favorite device right now, even though it's an impossible question. Bimibito. A feel good boom bap beat. No comments yet. Somebody go cheer him on. Let's go. Nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of y'all are going to have enough material for at least a beat tape, an album, whatever. So don't sleep on that. Keep organized with your files and your projects, like maybe label them by day, do a little preview file from each one, or keep a little like audio preview that you can quickly review so you can remember what project is what, and definitely think about like a plan to finish some of this stuff. Oh, we're bringing in the wife on this one. Oh. It's a family affair.
Racing up and down the corridor.
Nice. Cuff Tones, I've been like stoked on the variety of stuff you've been producing all months. So great work. It's awesome to see you make it a little family event with your wife and everything. Very cool. Shout out to Amy. Let's see, DM Strings. Unico, nice to see you here. I hope you're doing well. Do-do-do-dum. Oh. Huh. There's something kind of 90s about this. If you put a little triangle in there. Ting, 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 ting. Nice, DM Strings. Yeah, a little bit of a 90s vibe. Surveil says, would I be able to participate this late into the month? Surveil, you can jump in at any time. Don't you worry. Just jump in, start making beats. And nobody's going to be like, wait, this person started on October 12th. They're not a true Beattober producer. No. It's about a personal challenge first and foremost, so jump in at your own will. We have different challenges going on during the month, so obviously you can't go back and win the challenge for the first 7 days, but we do have a 15-day Beattober milestone that you could still participate in. That all has to do with like prizes and stuff. Y'all think too much about the prizes sometimes. Participate, be a part of the community. That's like base level. Just post and make your beats, make your videos. Then start thinking about taking on some of the challenges, right? But I do want to give you all prizes, so beattober.com/ways to win. All right, Dream Machine. I love these visuals, and I love the just abstract ambient tones. I did a little drone performance today, which is slightly in this realm, but I think this is the tape ambience of it. Oh no, Unico, I meant I posted it for my Beattober beat today. But if you're using a tape loop, that actually gives me a little inspiration for something. Oh, nice. Unico, are you going to drop like an album of these or something? Or like a long form YouTube video, like 2 hours of like ambient droney kind of stuff, tape loop experimental? I would love that. Especially with these visuals you've been creating too. I think they go perfectly with the music. What happened? I messed up. It's a flow. Here we go. It's a flow. Been putting in work all Beattober. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I thought there was another drop coming. I was so ready. It's a flow. It's a flow. Also consider y'all, because I know y'all are making, some people are making like different genres of music. So think about like you could create your files and folders so that your different styles of music go into specific places, because you might want to just have different projects going, like different genre projects at the same time. Only one drop this time around. Yeah, I wanted more. I wanted more drops. All right, y'all. We're coming to the close of our stream, which you know that means we have one more giveaway to do. But also I wanted to say thank you to everybody, because we have hit $1,010 for the Music and Youth Initiative. That's just here on the YouTube stream. We've also been selling the merch. We've been getting donations via PayPal, which add on top of that. So let's keep that in mind. But I have for you another Lander sampler giveaway, which, by the way, I wanted to see, what did we make earlier today? Sometimes I forget. And I come back to it and I'm like, oh, that was good, or oh, that was garbage. Let's see, is this going to be a, oh, that was good, or oh, that was garbage? It's the start of something, but I don't know what it is. Take the backbeat away. I think the backbeat makes it worse. There's something there. I think this could turn into something. I don't know what it is yet. But this is what we made earlier today. Utilizing Lander Sampler, which we are going to give away today. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, definitely go back and watch from the beginning. You see what Lander Sampler is all about. Essentially, it's a way of browsing, more than just browsing, but going through your sample library, editing those samples on the fly, controlling them with your MIDI keyboard, playing them in real time, adding effects, sequencing them, all that good stuff. So thank you to Lander for supporting today's stream. I know that Beattober, in the way it exists now, is not really possible without support from sponsors like Lander. You know, it takes a lot to put together these streams. It takes a lot to host the website, get the merch made. I have to be actually here on stream and prepare for each stream, prepare for each piece of content. And when we're here on stream, that's when we raise money. Like, if we're not live on stream, people aren't just finding the donate button. They're finding it because they come to a live stream where I get to talk about Music and Youth Initiative. So, gotta say shout out to all the supporters and sponsors of Beattober, because without them, it wouldn't be possible. So, it's all for the kids, and there's been a lot of really great brands. Like I said, probably like 30-ish brands that support Beattober in some way, whether that's sponsoring content or 70 plus giveaways. So I just reach out to every partner that I worked with in the past year, ask them if they want to support Beattober and how they want to be involved, and that sort of thing. Is the sample pack royalty free? Oh, the free sample pack? Yes. Yeah. You're good. Grab that from Nightbot. Our previous winners encouraged to not participate in new giveaways. Well, our chat giveaways are like randomly selected. So I would say you shouldn't be able to win twice in one stream, right? So let's say you can't win twice in one stream. And also, if you already have the thing that we're giving away, perhaps you don't want to enter. But let's put the 1 minute timer on. Spam your space-related emojis for Lander. Lander. And then we'll give away a copy of Lander Sampler. I'm trying to get my timer up and running. Sorry about that. All right, start the spam. All you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is spam in the chat your space-related emojis. And then I will choose a random winner from the chat. One winner per... you can only win one prize per stream. Let's put it that way. And I'll choose a random person in chat. But yeah, spam the chat so you can be found as an active chatter. Of course. And I'll remind you once again, we're raising money for the Music and Youth Initiative. We did pass our $1,000 threshold today, which is really, really fantastic. If anybody wants to chip in $2, $5, or $10, it's going to a really great cause, the Music and Youth Initiative, bringing music and music technology resources to young people where they otherwise would not be able to get it. So it's all for a good cause. That's why we're live every week here for Beattober, and also to support our amazing community, which we just heard a bunch of great music from them. So thanks everybody for making this Beattober a great one. Let's go ahead and choose a winner. If you get chosen randomly as a winner, you got to type in chat, say, yeah, I'm here. You got to let me know your Instagram handle, and you got to message me on Instagram, preferably with your Lander email account, which you should make. Bimibito! Bimibito! Where are you? Big round of applause for Bimibito. Are you there, my friend? Are you there? Say hi. I know you're there because I just listened to your track. Say hi in chat. Of course, I know your Instagram from the video, but if you want to just confirm your Instagram account here in the chat, then if you won, since you won, and if anybody else won today, you should always just make an account with the company that you won with. That way I can get you your prize easily. Since today is Sunday, I probably won't be in contact with the Lander folks until Monday, business day. Some people might not be working on Monday, so apologize if the prizes are delayed. But yeah. So Bimibito, please just message me on Instagram, my verified Instagram account at TAETRO, and just say, hey, I won Lander Sampler, and then go ahead and make a free account with Lander, sign up with an email address, and let me know what email address you use. That's how the companies usually get people their prizes. Any parting words of wisdom, my friends, before we end the stream today? Any parting words of wisdom? Parting questions, concerns, haikus, anything anybody wants to chat about before we leave today? It's been another fun stream, of course. A couple things on my mind. First of all, our next Beattober stream will be 1 week from today. There will be no Thursday stream this week. 1 week from today. I have some projects that I gotta catch up on. I gotta focus. I know some of you know, some of you don't know, but I'm teaching a college class, and I have a couple private lesson students, college students as well. So I've been trying to make sure I'm doing a good job with that and supporting them as well throughout this fall semester, and we're having a good time. I'm on campus twice a week teaching, so that's been a lot of fun, and that's just been another layer of things on top of Beattober. And then I have got some other video projects, you will all obviously see very, very soon. So that's going to be cool. But I got to use this week to catch up on that stuff. So I'm going to say no stream this Thursday. Get some time to catch up on some video stuff. And then we'll resume stream again 1 week from today. So stay tuned for that. But keep making your beats. I see everybody's having a great time in the Discord server. So that's a great way to stay in touch and connect. Anybody can join the Discord, beattober.com, to find that link All month long, it is open to everybody. Anthony says, don't forget to hug your family, people. I think that's very true. Involve your family in the Beattober activities if you can, as we saw. Has been done many times before in Beattober, which I think is great. 7 Beattober Day giveaway streak. Yes, this is the last warning. If you made beats for the first 7 days of Beattober, please make sure to go to beattober.com, the ways to win page, or beattober.com/win should work, and find the 7-day submission form. That's the last warning. Teaching college kids, that's so cool. Yeah, they're not quite kids, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you, Milo de Costa. Thank you for the compliments on the studio. Yeah, I really enjoy my studio. Barista Beach says, congrats on your teaching. Requires a lot of time and energy for sure, but I'm sure you're an awesome teacher. I try. With my private lesson students, they have very unique goals. With my class is a great group. But I'm just trying to make sure that I'm coming forward and supporting them in the best way possible. One thing we did with last class is we went to a small art gallery that's on campus. They had to pick an art piece in the gallery that they were going to base their next work on. So that's what we'll be working on this week. They've been doing a good job, though. A lot of different personalities in that class, a lot of different kind of musical goals across all the students, which is very cool. Not unlike being here on YouTube, where everybody's all over the place in different countries and different places, wants to make different genres, that sort of thing. It's a lot of fun. Nimble Miz, you made it. You made it just in time. Just in time for the end. Is it your first time teaching in college? Yeah, it's my first time teaching in a college campus. I mean, I've always taught like all ages. So I've taught college age students before, but I've never taught like actually on a college campus. So it's my first time. And it's been a lot of fun. I hope to continue it. I'll talk more about it as the semester comes to a close. I really want to get through this semester. I'm learning a lot as I'm teaching, but it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. So trying to do all that, plus all the other responsibilities, plus to do this, support this Beattober thing. It's been a lot. It's been a lot for sure. But October is always a busy month, you know? Is it stressful? I don't think the college teaching itself is stressful. I think so I've got the TAETRO side of things with responsibilities related to that. Beattober is kind of its own monster that's connected to that. Then I've got the teaching, college teaching. Then I've got a couple private lesson students that are not in the college teaching area. Then I've got some other work that I do in the nonprofit space, like doing media stuff for some other mission-driven organizations. So is it stressful? No, but all the different responsibilities that all require their own attention and focus, that part of it is slightly overwhelming during the month of October. But it always is, you know? And it's worth it because it's for a great cause and it's for bringing the community together. So I try to make it work as best that I can. You have good time management? I hope so. It's more like we just barely make it across the finish line every time. That's how I feel. Maybe you all feel the same way with Beattober. You just barely make it across the finish line. But if you make it, you make it, right? All right, y'all. That's going to be it. I'm going to see you all next week, but I'll be posting my beats on Instagram and things like that. I'll try to get some videos out and stuff like that. Do you have some college students that know you from YouTube? Yes, a couple of the students in the class. It's a very small class, but a couple of them were like, oh, I think I know your YouTube channel. Which it makes sense because some of these students are studying Ableton and stuff like that. So they might have already come across the videos. So that's kind of a cool connection point for sure. Hopefully it's not like herding cats. It's a little like herding cats, Barista Beats. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or if it's going into Monday for the rest of you, I hope you have a great week. I'll see you in 1 week for another stream, but I'll be active on the Discord and stuff like that. So if y'all want to hang out there, we can have a good time. Look out for your collaborators. Cheer each other on. Don't forget about the donations, raising money for a good cause. So if you have folks that you think might be interested in donating to that, just point them in the direction of any of the content from this month because they all has a donate button on it. So help people find that. There's a PayPal link on the beattober.com site as well. all the good things, good vibes overall with Beattober. I'll see y'all next time. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.